What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. DubDigital, crypto news, macro trends. We're looking at reserve rights, BTC, price moving right now, and we're zoomed out on a long-term time frame. Check this out. Before I get into the nitty-gritty on the chart, I want to show you where RSR is in its life cycle. So check this out. This thing's had a pretty nice run up. I got in this pretty early here. I think it was about like here. I think I got in right about here, and I've enjoyed a big price run up from this thing thus far. 300, 400%, I don't remember, but it's a lot. And yes, I've been taking profit the whole way because I've been anticipating a correction to come. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that they do. So we can take advantage of that, guys. We can take profits on the upside when it gets overvalued, take profits, wait for it to correct significantly, reinvest, run up again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Alright guys, so enough of that. Let's zoom up on the 4-hour here, and you'll see a very familiar chart if you watched my last video on this. Identify that there was a head and shoulders pattern forming in this triangle, which is bearish, indicates to the downside. I also noticed that was a doji formed right here, and then a big fall yesterday came out of that consolidating structure. Why did I think that? Because look how far extended the price movement got from the previously drawn trend line. It's been respecting that trend line all the way through. I've been measuring when I believe that trend has been increasing in steepness, and it just kept deviating and deviating. Then I saw a head and shoulders form. This head and shoulder to me indicates price trying to run up. Seller said nah. Price tried to run up again, seller said nah. Price tried to run up a third time, and it didn't exceed the previous high on that pattern. And when that happens, it's starting to show me signs of exhaustion from the buying side. And you'll see there was some very nice attempts made, but as the price was moving up, volume was going down. That isn't congruent with the true price movement. Therefore, I saw all these signs: the doji, head and shoulders, decrease in volume, and then eventually what happened? The buyers got exhausted, sellers took over, pushed the price out of this structure, invalidated it, and brought it down severely. And now we're sitting at this last piece, this last price. The last price before the final drop of about 11% back to the top of the golden pocket, the 61.8 Fibonacci level, which is a very typical place for traders and investors to reload up on positions they've taken profits on. So again, that's part of my strategy. I'm going to watch about 30 coins very, very closely. I'm making trading view charts on all of them, and I'm watching to see how they develop through time versus my thesis on how I think they will perform. It all depends when you bought in. If you bought in low, you love RSR. If you bought in high, right now you're hating it. It's all about the decisions you make. And if you have patience and wait for these kind of moves to recorrect, I can show you how not only is this way of thinking more pragmatic and more probable, but the reverse side, the momentum side, the constant growth side is improbable. Even if RSR continue to coil and shoot above through a measured move, this thing would only make about what? I won't even get the whole thing on my measurement, but 20%. That's nice, but is it worth risking, guys? A 27% drop, that's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio pretty much. That's not worth it. Typically traders want to take 2-to-1. So a 1-to-1 risk reward, that's not worth it. It's not worth it for me. I'd rather wait for this thing to pull back like it's doing now, drop approximately 30%, pick up somewhere in the golden pocket, and then that risk reward turns from 1-to-1 to about 2-to-1. And that's how you play the game, guys. You want probability to always be in your side. And if you were able to stop yourself from FOMOing into this move, congratulations, you were able to do something a lot of people couldn't do. Guys, just let it run away. Let it go away. If a crypto starts moving, why chase it? Don't get one-itis. You're not in love with this thing. You're not trying to marry this thing. It's not the only coin for you. There's literally thousands of coins that are 95 to 80% depressed in price that will move again. And they're more probable to move again. The probability is almost guaranteed that they do move again. But if you're going and chasing coins that have moved up into price discovery, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised when you get burned. The flip side is true too. It could take off just like a chain link and you'll never see it again. I firmly believe in the charts. I firmly believe in the formations. And if you look at them and you follow a bunch, don't fall in love with the name, fall in love with the chart. That's all I gotta say. So look guys, this is a beautiful thing. The way I would play this is I would wait for this to drop back down. I'm not very confident, especially from this messy old structure, that this is gonna hold. Look, we already wicked below into nothingness. This is nothingness. This is what I call Mordor, right there. See that air pocket? Yeah, that's Mordor. Ain't no price gonna survive that drop. Bang. We might even overperform into the golden pocket. Range there, and then I'll expect more volume to pick it up because RSR is a great asset in my opinion. It's not all bad guys because from that point I'm expecting a 70% pop eventually. Why risk most of your capital, lose your capital to get 20% when all you got to do is be patient, pay attention, and then you can get more for less and get triple the return, 70%, 20% to 70% with less risk. That's how you do this value investing, guys. What's next though? And I'm zooming out for one last time to show you guys the volume. Check this out. This thing started picking up aggressively when there was a steepening of this trend line here. You see that, right? And this trend line keeps steepening and the volume's not going away. That's the reason I'm going to rebuy into this golden pocket should it drop down and give me the option too. Because look, this is true momentum. This is true enthusiasm for a coin. This ain't no pump and dump. This ain't no whale. This is a bunch of people using this thing, buying this thing, selling this thing. And when there's true price movement and true momentum, that's something we can get behind. That's something we can buy the dips on. But we don't just do it on everything. Why? Because we're smarter than that, guys. You follow this channel, we're smarter than that. You gotta have rationale as to why. Alright, on the advanced decline line, that tells you how many unique buyers in this market trading this asset are participating in price action. An increase in this line will tell you more and more people are participating in buying and selling of RSR. A decrease in the line means less people are participating. Why would a decrease ever occur? If selling happened, if you sold your entire position or sold positions and got out, didn't deal with RSR anymore, this line would start to dip because there's less unique buyers participating or sellers participating in this. We see a slight dip, okay? I went over these lines. These dips on average have just went higher and higher with major corrections coming here and there. But you'll notice not every small dip in the line went to a lower low. In fact, most of them went to higher highs. And I don't see, especially where we are with this trend line here, guys, us dipping significantly like that. That would be a break of a trend line that's been growing in an exponential parabola form. So I expect a dip and continued higher. I think people are going to buy this golden pocket too. And once they do, it's going to keep going up. That's basically what that line tells me. Alright guys, and this is the historic volatility. It's just basically as a percent, the current moves that you see on the price chart, are they typical over the asset's life? So if the asset barely moved and all of a sudden it got a big pump, you would see this thing uptick quite substantially as you see recently. So we see RSR getting a lot of attention from volatility standpoint. You'll see this is pretty much the largest spike it's ever occurred. So when we have an overperformance to the upside like we did here, I got like 300% profit on this thing, guys. If we have an overperformance, we can expect an overperformance to the downside as well. So yes, there's an air pocket here. It should at least to me hit this top of the reload zone. But knowing that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, we know because it overperformed up, it will probably overperform down past that into this reload zone. The farther it goes down is good for us. This thing, the trend line is right almost at the bottom of the reload zone, so that's where I'm looking to buy. I want point of maximum profit. Maximum profit. If it's not maximum, I'm not interested. That's how you guys gotta think. You can't be happy for a little bit. Why just a little bit when there's coins offering you a lot of bit? But that's just me. Not financial advice. Y'all do your own research. Y'all are adults. But most importantly, guys, thank you for commenting, and subscribing. I'm DubDigital. Crypto news, macro trends. Talk to y'all later. Peace.